Right on. Welcome back to the Reckless Podcast. We are talking wine and constellation and all good things here that don't suck with Robert and Gloria.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. You said something interesting when we took a break a minute ago. Constellation and we brought up Anheuser-Busch. Sorry to bring somebody else into it, but all these big brands that kind of get looped with the craft knowledge that people like go, oh, you're that and we're this. And you said something interesting in the little break there where it's you guys are representing and we, like I said, we carry Cooper and Thief. I would have never known this is with a big book. I'd have never thought that in a million years. That you guys represent smaller entities, right?
Yeah.
You said it much better than I do. Why don't I let you do? You know how it goes.
Yeah. Constellation obviously is huge, and we have brands that attract all types of people. But we also have the little brands here, just like Cooper and Thief. That's more eclectic and more boutique. And even if you look at the bottles, as your wife was just mentioning earlier, they're unique. They evoke that bourbon-esque, bottle.
She's just like short and stubby, like me. Short, stubby, and bald, like the bottle. That's why.
Yeah, it's just not your typical Bordeaux
honey.
bottle. She likes the bottle.
Yeah,
she likes the bottle. Yeah.
I mean, even though they are a big conglomerate, they also have smaller brands that are just restaurant only. So they're all over the place.
But this isn't restaurant only, right?
It is. It's not just restaurant only. We do sell it to like stores and wine shops.
I'm just saying for the people watching, like we're going to talk about all this wine, and
Correct.
it's nice for them to know
they can find it out there.
They can find it out in the world, or if
it might be a hard
restaurant.
time, or it might be a little bit of a challenge, but it's out there.
Correct. It's out there.
So that's good to know with
your total wine, your high times, stuff.
High
like
Times
that.
carries everything. We talked about that last
They
night.
do.
High Times is the pimping spot. I should have done
The
that.
original
gig.
wine company, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
In
Santa Ana.
Yeah.
I don't go to Santana much.
It's right off the 55 freeway.
Is it?
Yeah.
55
right
and something, right?
Exactly.
That's some song. Hey, so I got a question for you. With these wines, I've learned a lot about wine and kind of the business just for the show, way more than I learned by talking to anybody that's come and sold me anything. Like, truthfully, about how the wine's made, winemakers, how they're mixing wines now, and is this juice coming from one place? Are you taking juice from another vineyard? Is it all coming from Napa? Or so, like, what's going on in this barrel besides it being barrel finished?
Yeah. What I love about Constellation, I mean, I've been with the company for over 2 years now, and I came from a smaller winery. But what I love about Constellation is we use everything. So everything within our portfolio is used. For instance, the Sauvignon Blanc grapes from the Cooper and Thief comes from Napa Valley, but also the Cabernet from the last bottle here on the table also comes from Napa Valley. And obviously Constellation owns a number of estates up there. So everything is being used constantly. And as we go into the barrels, everything is used as well. It's all part of spirits that we owned. It's all in our family, and everything gets touched.
Cool. So this is like somebody's making wine that's good, and it's either juice that they didn't use in blending somewhere else. I'm trying to like, is it?
Maybe, or even the barrels. The Casa Noble barrels are our tequila.
Right.
It's the tequila we own from our distillery that when we're done with it there after 3 years, it's moved into the Sauvignon Blanc for the Cooper and Thief. So everything is recycled.
Perfect. And then later you build a little campfire and it smells like Casa Noble.
Exactly.
And there you go. We all stay warm. That's how it goes.
Exactly. Yes.
But so this juice is all coming from one of your places. It's going into the barrels. There's a master blender with just Cooper and Thief blender or whatever they're called at your spot.
Yeah, our winemaker for Cooper and Thief is Jeff Casavan.
Cool. So and what I've learned too is they all do the same thing, but they all have different titles. It's really cool.
Yeah, is that true?
Everybody's like, I'm a master blender.
It definitely takes more than one person to do this.
Winemaker.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't know what. And I haven't
Cellar master.
I haven't figured out exactly all those terms yet. I'm like, so what do you do exactly?
I guess technically he's cellar master because it's spirits and wine.
But is he doing more blending from the grapes, or is he just taking the wine he gets and barrel aging?
He's doing the wine and putting it into the barrel. So yeah. So it's really cool. He's been I guess a winemaker for over 30 years for different companies.
Right.
So Constellation came to him and was like, hey, you've traveled all around the world. You tried different unique things. Let's make something and create something that's different, that's unique, that's not a lot on the market, and there really isn't a lot of wines that are finished in spirit barrels.
Definitely
it's now
sounds like a
coming a
good
hot
gig,
thing.
for sure.
Yeah, right. That's my
Travel all
retirement.
around
Yeah.
the world.
We've
Make
talked about-
wine,
Yeah,
make
you're like,
great food.
I want to be like the old guy in the chair that's like, give me the barrel number 56 down and the 42. I'm going to blend
Exactly.
those together.
That's
and then,
exactly what happened.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
exactly
that's
what
my
happened.
That's officially my retirement plan. I don't know how I'm going to get there yet, but we're
Just
picking wine barrels
watch
and hanging
grapes
out.
grow.
Yep, and a good rocking chair.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Front
That's
porch, a
it.
good rocking chair, and
That's
about
it.
100 barrels of wine to blend. We'll be
Yeah.
okay.
That's how it happened.
And then, so he comes up. So you have what, 3 in the line?
Yeah, so he actually launched the one in the middle first, which is the one that Reckless carries.
Yeah, I
The
dig
red
it.
wine in the bourbon barrels. And then after the popularity of that, he decided to play with some other spirit barrels. So the next came out was the Sauvignon Blanc, which is the first one on the right there. And then
That's what we have here.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we're going to try
yes,
it.
and that
Oh,
we're,
yeah, yeah.
I figured we'd try that one first.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You don't have to tell me twice.
Nice.
We're all right.
Nice.
And so this, you definitely can smell the tequila.
Oh, right away.
Yeah, like
Right.
holy moly.
Yes.
Not so much you get tequila face,
But
but
I
we're
also
gonna
get
take
those-
one. Tony, go for it, man.
I definitely get those
Yeah, yeah.
floral notes from Sauvignon
Yeah,
Blanc.
that's Sauvignon Blanc. You're good. Anybody else want one? I know Cisco wants one over there. Yeah, there you go.
Worse.
So I mean, tequila on the nose.
Tequila on the nose.
Some floral notes, some citrus notes.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
I didn't make the Popeye face. We won.
You did it. Yes.
That's good.
So you get a lot of the vanillin, obviously, from the barrel.
Right.
A lot of that toast, which is beautiful. I think it really tones down the acidity of the Sauvignon Blanc, because usually Sauvignon Blanc is that like high acid. And
Well, the finish on this
kinda-
is tequila.
Yes.
Like, so it drinks like wine,
Yes.
finishes like tequila, smells
Exactly.
like tequila. Like,
I gotta say-
I'm getting kind of the best of both worlds
Yeah.
without getting punched in the
The
face.
wine tastes good, but I'm getting a lot more off the nose. 100%.
Oh, yes. Right away.
Right?
For
Like,
sure. What,
There's all kinds of stuff going on there.
What's the proof in this thing?
So what makes Cooper and Thief also very unique than other wines? It is a higher alcohol
Yeah, I took
by
one of these.
volume.
I took one of these bottles home when he brought me that sample.
Yes.
I took it home. I was like, oh, I'll just pour a glass of wine. I drank one glass of wine. I was like, wow,
Yes.
I'm pretty toasty.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
So the Sauvignon Blanc is 16.5.
Holy
yeah,
moly.
So it's
That's
But I would
higher.
imagine, like, for you, you'd probably start thinking, what can I pair this with?
Oh, 100%.
Oh.
This is a food wine. I'd put this even
Totally.
with steaks. I wouldn't put a whole lot of fat with it because you want the finish to stay on it.
Uh-huh.
But like a fish you'd be gentle with, a sea bass with like red bell pepper, or even a garlic punch would go well with this.
Yep.
Sounds really
You know,
good.
but something that doesn't fat longing, because anything with a
Yes.
long finish, you don't want to finish with butter because you bury it. So,
Yes, for
but
sure.
yeah, this is hold up to a lot of food.
Yeah.
Great for dinner, to be honest with you. We'll see how the other one goes. I know the middle one. And then you did bring a specialty. Somebody brought a unicorn. It happened again, Tony.
Oh, it does.
It always happens. I love this. I love
What
it.
do
I
you have
love
to
it.
expect from this place?
I don't expect anything. I just know if the one time somebody doesn't bring a unicorn, I'm going to make fun of them. How's that go? The whole show, it'll just be about, you didn't bring me a unicorn.
Fine.
That's it. So this is delicious. And then how much, and then this is in stores or anything? Because I've never even seen this one.
It's not in all stores, so it's not heavily distributed. We just kind of focus on the restaurants right now, and it's in some stores, but you won't find it everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
well, you may
I know-
find it. I really like it.
I know
Yeah.
you guys have had production, I don't want to say issues, but you guys have run out before in the past.
yes, we ran out of
So.
stock, and then we had a new vintage.
Well, that's not such a bad
Yeah.
deal. I run out of stuff all the time.
I would think it's a dream as a
Yeah,
winemaker,
yeah.
right? You're like, oh, all my stuff's sold.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I buy fresh fish. Somebody's like, you don't have fish at 9:00 on a Friday. I'm like, we sold it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? Like I get it fresh.
You should've
tomorrow
got here
morning.
earlier.
Yeah, like I don't know. And I think that there's something to be said about that when you're making something and then it goes out. You're like, hey man, we're doing what we do.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. Be mad at me.
Should have got here earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the wine or for the food.
At 9 a.m.
Yeah. Amen to that. All right, I want to try this next one. So let's talk about the red that went out and all the and it was the first blast off because it definitely sold me. And I think barrel age has taken on some. I see it in wines now more
Yes.
than I ever have.
More now.
But this is one of the first ones
Yes.
I saw, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So, so Jeff worked with. Like we were joking about how he was just gonna taste all these barrels of wine. Well, that's exactly what happened. He started tasting all different barrels of wine, and then he decided to take a little of this Syrah Merlot blend, and he blended it for 3 months. He left it in, one of our bourbon barrels that we had, and this is the finished product.
So this is Syrah Merlot.
It's a Syrah Merlot blend, but
Okay.
it has a little bit of Zinfandel and Petite Syrah and Cab Sauv as well.
So what's fantastic is he took a grape that really, it's coming back now, but man, Merlot just got crapped on from that movie.
Yeah.
And I love Merlot.
I love Merlot.
I love Merlot.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that it's the best bang for your buck because
Yes.
everybody like went, "Pfft," and now it's
Yeah.
you get big,
You can find some
huge-
great deals for sure.
Yeah, and now it's starting to come back
Especially
a little
from
bit. This
Napa.
is great.
Yeah.
Really.
And
I've also
what I
noticed that-
love about this too, it's like the Merlot is very velvety. So this makes it a very like nice velvety wine on the palate. But because it's finished in those bourbon barrels, it gives it such a bold finish.
Yeah, we call that a smack in the face
Yeah,
in the
smack
show.
in the face.
You're
Okay, smack in the
You're like,
face.
what happened? You're like, wow,
Yeah.
cacao. Yeah, it's definitely bourbon.
I get the blackberry kind of fruits for sure.
Yeah, a bunch of dark fruits. That's just a good wine. And the crazy thing is, really, you only need one glass before you get a little
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah.
That's I think
But I
it's what,
definitely smell that
15%.
that oakiness is there for sure in the background.
Yeah. So as a chef,
finish.
what are you pairing this with? Like,
This one I would
fatty.
put fat. Yeah,
Yeah,
big
fat food.
big fat food. Chilean sea bass with
Oh,
like
yeah.
romesco with like butter poached, big steaks, foie. I mean, the good thing about this is you could put something huge against it, right?
Yes,
and
you
even
can.
and-
Agreed.
It'll stand out for sure.
yeah, and I even think you could put some citrus against it, which is cool. But what a big wine.
yes.
Huge. Like we pour it for
No,
people
it's
like
jammy.
to trade.
It's jammy.
It's jammy.
That's
Yeah.
what it says that, right? It says on the label.
But for this wine, I'll buy it. I'm like, all right. It's not wrong with this wine. The ones we were trying back then, he was saying were jammy, were definitely not, which was,
Jammy and bold.
yeah. He's like, this Zinfandel is a little jammy. I'm like, it's light, it's watery, it's mellow.
Yeah.
Like
Not
a
this
jam
one
on
for
him. Like,
sure.
what kind of jam are you eating, bro? This one is more like it. for
Definitely
sure.
waiting in my mouth.
Yeah.
Good.
So from this, now you have the Sauv, you have the Merlot blend, Merlot Syrah blend, and then now you have a Cab, huh?
Yes, so we just launched the Cab. It's brand new, and it's not at any stores. It's restaurant only right now.
Cool.
And it's actually my favorite. It's Napa Valley Cab. So obviously Constellation owns some great properties in
Sure.
Napa Valley.
Mm-hmm.
So, we take the grapes from there, a little bit of everywhere in Napa Valley that we own. And we throw it into this bottle, and we finish it an additional, not 3 months, but an additional 6 months
Okay.
in our High West whiskey barrels.
Rad.
So we
Rad,
own
rad,
High
rad.
West too. Yeah.
High West is awesome, man. We've been throwing that stuff around for a while, and it flies off the shelf too, which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're happy about it. We're happy
You
about
can't
it.
hate that. You
I'm-
can't hate that.
Yeah.
Whoever thought Utah would come out with something like that?
Well, they had
Yeah.
nothing else to do. They're just bored. That's what it is. In Utah, they're hanging out, doing whatever they got to do, and they make booze. It's
That's-
okay.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Cool. All right. Well, let's try this last one. And then you said you got some cocktails to try, yeah?
Yeah. So,
All right, so-
we have some cocktails there if your bartender wants
Yeah,
to.
we are absolutely gonna
Make something
after
for
we
us
try this,
with it.
talk about it. We're gonna come back, do one more segment, and we're gonna have some cocktails after this, or at least one cocktail. 'Cause I want to
Unveil-
see what happens with what they said this wine could pair with.
The
I think it could
unicorn.
take a lot of. I think it'd take a lot of booze, to be honest with you, even though it's already heavy. I think this wine can take a
Yeah.
lot, which is intriguing. I didn't think about it like that before, but when you
Yes.
said it, I was like, it could happen.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the deal with this one here? I
All
know you
right.
said already.
This is our Napa Valley Cab.
Wow, it smells like
I
Napa
love
Cab.
it. It smells like
It does.
Napa Cab.
Very earthy.
And what's
Dusty.
very unexpected about this wine is that when people try it, like all the country clubs in Orange County love this wine.
It's a housewife wine. Is that what you're going for?
It's actually the man. It's actually the husband wine because they love it with their cigars
I was
after
gonna say,
dinner
I
too.
could totally have a cigar
right?
with this
a
wine.
cigar by the fireplace, and it's a true Napa
With-
Cab.
Yeah,
You know,
that
with
is-
it being rainy outside, to me, it's one of those warmer wines for
yeah,
sure.
that is a big tannic Napa Cab, and then it finishes with the oak.
Yes, exactly, and that beautiful like rye whiskey. You can taste it in
yeah,
there.
100%.
So
That's
Yeah.
pretty wild. I'll give it props. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Usually those are gonna be too bold for me. I don't know how much that I could drink. I definitely would put it with food.
food wine.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I would definitely say this is a food wine for
Food
sure.
wine.
And with that being said, should get some food, or I'm gonna be slurring in the next little bit here. Anything else about this? So restaurant only.
Restaurant only for the
Right.
Napa Valley Cab for the Cooper.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna make some cocktails right after this. Thanks.
Let's do it.